So I'd just like to take you around through the garden to show you what has changed since we took a tour last time. So this rose bush is looking quite nice and very healthy and has lots of nice fat buds. Now this is a rose that I bought from Mayan Richardou, so it's got really nice long strong stems, and I think that they will do very well for people who are looking for a little more traditional rose. It's got a traditional form. It's almost like a tea rose form, a China tea. Yeah, you can see that here. You can really see that here. It's a traditional form. Well, I wouldn't say traditional. I would probably call it something that people are more used to seeing in a rose. It's not something that is one of my favorite ones, but I think a lot of people like that, to have that in a bouquet. So that's how it looks like. Oh, that's Coco. Yep, welcome to the real life. So these are the pennies that we had. I had put in the ground maybe 2 months ago, so they're doing quite all right. Now on the other side we have the robinia, which is now in full leaf, and it's beautiful, tiny leaves. They look really nice, really pretty. I've got this grass here, and what I did was that I just filled up the front part with full of lemon balm, so it is an absolutely beautiful smelling leaf, and we can use that for tisane, to make teas. And one thing that I like to do, I like to use this as foliage for all bouquets. The only thing is that you always need to look for a stem that's not really very floppy, so not one of the new ones. So you do need to jiggle them a little bit. It's this zinnia jiggling thing, and I'll tell you what I mean by that once the zinnias are in bloom, how to check. So these are all jiggly ones, so I'm not going to use any of these for bouquets. But normally what I would do is I would look for a stem that's a little more solid, and then treat it with just hot water, and then put them in cold water, just to make sure that the stems are upright for bouquets. I have a little hosta here, and it is in leaf, so I do need to take off the wood, the dead wood, and a little aquilegia also. So I'm curious what kind of color this is going to be. As you can see, there are a couple of them here at the base of the robinia, so we'll see. Let's see how this turns out. So just take a run. The other side looks quite nicely established. The daylilies look great. I have not seen any bud as yet, but this is just May, and it's been very cold May, so we'll just wait and see what happens. So those are the other two on the other side. This one is the Lagostromia Indica, so it's also in leaf, so that looks quite good as well. And the pepper tree, the false pepper, looks nice. As you can see, we have some really pretty little buds. They're going to develop into peppercorns. So let me just show you this one. You see this one? So that's pretty. And anyway, it's a beautiful tree. It's got this form of a weeping willow, actually, and I really like it. Something that I'm really happy about is at the base of this, and these are the foxgloves that I had sown 2 years ago. Foxgloves are biennial, so they do come the year after, and they developed these clumps in the first year, and now we have this absolutely gorgeous, really nice, tall spires of flowers. Now this one is called Sutton's Apricot, and this one is Spam Split. So I have two different varieties, and I'm hoping to collect the seeds for next year. But this part is looking quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. So we have the pepper tree, and then we have the foxgloves at the bottom of it, and there is a rose and lots of herbs, lots of weeds, sorry, which I do need to take off. This, for example, this is a bad one, need to take that off. But this rose has some buds as well, so that's gonna be pretty. And that's, hey Coco, say hello, say hello. Coco is sunning with her ball. Alright, and on the other side, so everywhere what I did was that I just took runners of strawberries and I have put them in the ground, so that actually looks quite nice. And it's for me, it's a nice ground cover to have. This one is a really beautiful rose. I have to still decide whether I want to leave this here or not, because I'm not very happy with the growth of it all, and it seems like it's not happy to be here as well, but it has lots of buds just for a little small one. So I have to think about it whether I do want to remove it or not. And this is a David Austin rose, and it's a beautifully smelling rose, and it keeps very well in the vase. And this is the rose form that I really like, because it's an English rose, and I think they are the most beautiful roses actually. So I really like that. Then we have the scented leaf geranium, and this time we have little buds as well. I use them a lot in bouquets. They smell great, they keep for a really long time. They're just absolutely beautiful workhorses, so I always have a lot of them. So this on the other side, this is also the first year that the Aquilegia here has blossomed, so this has developed a really nice beautiful clump. And then, so this variety, I think I got the seeds from my old home in Germany, and now we have them flowering in France, so I'm very happy about that. That's the scented geranium, leaf geranium as well. And on the other side I have the same thing. So that's so it's very, very, very beautiful perfume geraniums. So I have this. The Toycrium looks quite nice. I just need to prune it a little bit. Once the bees are done with it, I just don't want to take away their food. But after that I will. And okay, so let's continue walking towards the back of the house. So the laurel looks fine and healthy as well. So this has been cleaned up a little bit. And there is a Bella Romantica rose here, which is kind of flopping, so I don't need to support it. It's got loads of buds, so this is going to be beautiful as well. Then I have this little arrangement here with the foxgloves too. That's the Sutton's apricot again, the ones that I grew. And yeah, now I'll take you towards the back of the house. Now this, of course, is my jungle. I just want to show you. It's gone completely crazy, but I love it. I do need to go in and start cleaning up, because obviously otherwise nothing else will grow. As you can see, what normally happens is that when the poppy grows in and between, they look beautiful, and I hate to take them off, especially because it's so good for the insects and the bees and the wasps and everything. As you can see, this one's very, very, very busy. It's full of bees and they love it, and I can't take that away. So I'm going to leave them until they have reached this stage, which is when they are developing seeds, and that's when I'll just yank them and pull them off to make space. Because this, as you can see, this I can't even walk through. That's how dense everything is. So, but I'll try, because this is the Aquila, and I do want this to grow for the flowers as well, so I do need to clean up in and between. But as of now, you know, as long as the bees are happy, I'm happy too. Trying to figure out a way to get around this. Look at this, look at this. This is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I don't have the heart to pull them up. I can't, I won't. I just won't. I'll leave it all on. Okay, let us see if I can somehow make it through this jungle of mine. Alright, so what we've got here, this is the Camphrier tofu, but I can see that this is not, this is kind of like falling, so I do need to tie it up, give it a good watering, and hopefully it's going to perk up. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Looks like it's actually dried a little bit, so that's the thing I need to do here. And then I keep moving through the jungle. And this is another rose. This has lots of buds as well. I'm very happy about that. And now, this is what I wanted to show you. Look at this. These are the Magnolia Snappies. Not the Snappies, sorry, the Magnolia peas. Just take them off and hold on. I'll just show you to hold the camera in a way that you can see. Yep. And I'm gonna eat them now. Because I absolutely love peas. Any kind of peas. Very nice, very sweet. As you can see, it's grown quite tall. I have them in the vegetable patch as well, and this was just along the fence, you know, just have little pieces of them so you can always eat them. Yep. Alright, let's move on. And what I'm very happy, so this, as I see the fence full of these peas, and they're a beautiful color. I mean, look at them. They're really, really nice purple pots. They're beautiful. I might use them in flower arrangement as well. I think they look beautiful with some of the darker pinks. Yeah, should try that, and then I'll take a photograph of this. So, the Lady of Charlotte is doing very well too. Looks beautiful. Smells gorgeous. So this one needs a bit of cleaning up, and then we can have new flowers growing. So that's Elsa over here. And I just want to show you how beautiful everything looks. And the mint is amazing, so I've been using that a lot in all kinds of flower arrangements. Alright, so let me just try to move through this. I'm so happy that everything is so lush and beautiful. This is, all along the fence, this is a passion flower. It's just one plant, and I got it from my neighbor, and I have to show you the flowers because these are beautiful. This is all the mint. It's the size of it, if I can somehow show you. I mean, look at this. This is as high as my knee, even higher than that. That's how high these are. Whoa! And this is the passion flower. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. And we have loads of buds all along the fence. All along the fence. There you go, that's another one. It smells good too. And it's all just from one plant. It's one plant. So, cutting across. Trying to see if I can forge my way. As you see, it's all full of these beautiful flowers. And it's full of bees too. Look at that. Oh, that's good. That is lovely. I have a plant here. I have to figure out the name of this. So I got this one from my neighbor another neighbor. And this is a plant from the Sahara. It doesn't need to be in soil, so it blossoms. As you can see, there is one here. I just hung it up on the tree. It doesn't need any soil. It takes the water from the moisture from the air, and that's how it grows. It's miraculous. So it has been tied up to the néflier. This is the néflier, which is now carrying some fruits. I don't really like them, but it's pretty. It's beautiful. It's got this really almost leathery leaves. I guess that's why they can survive in this hot climate. All right, let us move through my mint jungle and then move to the other side. Show you. So that's the foxglove as well. And these are on this side, the olive trees. They look quite nice. So they have loads and loads and loads of little pretty little flowers. So let's see if this is all going to turn into olives or not. So the olive trees look quite nice. The rose on this side, this is Edicpia. So it's got really nice healthy buds and it's all in blossom. It's really, really very vibrant red. So I can use them in bouquets or just to make a red arrangement, not something that I normally do, but I would like to try that. On the other side, unfortunately, this has got a fungus, as you can see. So I need to treat this, take these branches off, cut them right to a healthy branch, and not put these in compost, because that's not something that one should do. And burn them. Basically, that would be the best thing to do. So it doesn't actually look all that great. But anyway, that's what happens, right? Not everything can always work the way we want it to. The other side, this one has been doing very well. This is the old Wollerton Hall, and it's a climber, and I really got this for my daughter's wedding, because she wants to. Her color palette is this orangish. Well, the darker one is orange, and the lighter one will be peach. So it goes from peach to orange. So this one will be one of the lighter ones that I will use for the wedding for her bouquet. So this is doing very well. Very pleased with that. The other side has another one that's in bud right now. It's also a Bella Romantica. It's beautiful. No, this one is Frederic Mistral. That's beautiful as well. The pennies in this part, I'm not really sure, but also because I moved them twice and they don't like to be moved, so it's going to take a little while. But we have got one white one. This is the Duchesse de Nemours. The Sarah Bernard has not developed any buds, so we'll see. And in between, of course, I have all these geraniums that are going. The other side, I have another rose here which has lots of buds as well, and this one is the Johnson's Blue. It's very, very pretty, very pretty. And now, this is what I came back to when I came back home, to a sea of ranuncs, and there could not be a better sight for my eyes than to come to this, and it is gorgeous. So I have on the one side I have the pastels, the marshmallow ones, the ranunculus marshmallow, so that's white to peach and pink. And on the other side, these are the ones that I had from last year, so they have a different form. They're equally beautiful, but now they are almost over, as you can see, because the buds have completely opened and they're setting pollen, and this one has already lost all the petals, so it's over. But I'm enjoying them as long as I can and making lots of bouquets with them, so that's pretty. On the other side, I also have this is from last year, from the ones that I collected from last year, the ranuncs that I already had, and this one are the new ones that I put in. really lovely. And I have some ranunculus in the middle pot as well. So that looks really, really beautiful. The tulips are over. That's over. It's too hot now. So as you can see, these are really, really beautiful. And now on this one, I have the poppies that are going, but these are the Shirley's mixed poppies, and I'm going to just show you one flower that has blossomed already. So it looks a little it really looks like a jungle, but I can see where the poppies are growing, so I'm going to move around, and the Aquila as well in the front. I'm just going to move in between and clear up the rest of the space so the poppies have a chance to grow. As you can see, this is, for example, one of them. So that's going to be a beautiful flower, that one as well. This is the Gertrude Jackal rose that I was training up this trellis, and it has flowers and it is gorgeous smelling. It's a beautiful rose. It's a beautiful rose. So hopefully this is going to cover up the trellis, go up. Maybe next year I need to tie it up again. Yeah. I have over here, I have some Aquiletias that have popped up, and then between the mint, some foxgloves as well, and that is the Shirley's mixed poppy, the bright red one. And it looks very different from the poppies that you see in the field. It's much bigger and bolder and brighter, and yes, I'm curious to see how everything is going to turn out here. On this side I have all the dahlias that are already in the ground. So this one is a nice healthy bush, for example. This is going to grow, and then I will have, so wherever I have these sticks, that's where I will have my dahlias. So that's going to be for later in the year, and I already started to sow, or I have already sown zinnias, which are going to be the later flowers later on in the year. The sweet peas haven't done very well. I just had 2 or 3 going up the trellis, but that's okay. I'll just see how that goes. And on the other side I have this Mediterranean corner with all the rosemary and herbs, and this is another beautiful rose. Very, very, very beautiful. Beautiful smelling as well. Gorgeous rose. I use them a lot in bouquets. And in my vegetable patch and fruit patch, as you can see, I have loads of strawberries. So this is making working in the garden such a big pleasure, because I just keep eating them, you know. Here I have the cherry tomatoes. These were self-seed from last year. Last year I grew lots of tomatoes, and then they self-seed themselves. So I just thought, okay, lots of tomatoes as well. This is a pea. As you see, it's developed pods as well. This is that's a normal pea. The other side, I do have to still fix this part of the garden, because I do want this one to become, maybe I should just put some potatoes in, or courgettes, pumpkin stuff that's going to come a little bit later in the year. This is the Magnolia pea. Got pretty flowers, and the same thing that I had on the other side along the fence. And as you see, they have these pretty pods, and they taste quite nice. They're sweet, really beautiful tasting. And over here I have one potato. This was a freak one. I didn't put that in. I have some carrots growing here. And I have coriander. It's come up quite well. This is radish, but this is too big almost. And I have some herbs growing on the other side. And then the Acer looks quite nice. And as far as the raspberries are concerned, they look quite mad here. Gone completely mad everywhere. that's fine. Lots of food to eat, so that's good. The almond tree looks very nice. As you can see, we've got almonds as well. So, and this is the peach. It's the flat peach. It's got, it's developing loads of peaches. Just lovely. Quite happy about that. The peaches. I need to just go through this. And on this side we have the fig tree, which has some figs too on them. This is a pretty rose, so lots of small little buds. It's up there. That's a lilac, but it hasn't blossomed. It doesn't carry any flowers. I'm a bit sad about that. This is the cherry, so hopefully in a couple of, maybe in 2 years, we can also have some fruits on that. Just to grow, it's still a baby tree. Yeah, and in my greenhouse I have sown some zinnias, the heat-loving ones. It's very hot actually, but hopefully they'll germinate and it's not too hot that they don't. Yeah, so this is what I came back to. I'm so happy to be back home.